Hello, my fitness focused friends. It's G Trim coming back at you from Trim the Fat. Never too late to be healthy. Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into my channel. I really appreciate it. If I say anything that you find valuable or that will help you in your health and fitness and weight loss journey, please hit that like and subscribe button. And also, I'd ask that you please share it with the people in your lives that you care about and love. So, before I jump into my topic today, let me put this disclaimer out as I always do. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just someone who is on a quest to gain ultimate health. That's it. And the reason I started my blog is really I just wanted to share the things that I am learning with others so that if they are on this same journey and on a quest to get healthy, shed some pounds, why have to figure it all out by ourselves, right? We could do this thing together. So come along with me. So let me tell you, let me jump in here and talk about our topic today, which is sugar. We are going to talk about the harmful effects that sugar has on our bodies. Some of the research that I've done, and I'll link below a site, sugarscience.org. But let me tell you what I learned. And maybe you already know this, and if you do, great. I'm just catching up. But guys, did you know the average American, you, me, we consume 150 pounds of sugar per year. That's right, 150 pounds of sugar per year. You know what that breaks down to? That breaks down to 22 teaspoons of sugar individually for us each and every day. Guys, that's a lot of sugar. How do I know? Conversely, the American Heart Association says that for women, we should only have 6 teaspoons of sugar a day, and for men, 9 teaspoons of sugar. So, as you can see, we're quadrupling the amount of sugar that we should be intaking and consuming on a daily basis. And so, the other thing that I've learned in my research is this. Not only does it put pounds around our waist and stores fat, sugar at let me just sugar makes us sick. I'm just going to cut to the chase. It is making us sick as individuals and of course as a society. And so what I mean by making us sick is this: the diseases that are not directly but indirectly, and you can say science and research is showing that the harmful effects, it has a relationship with fatty liver disease, cardiovascular disease, cognition, um, and I could go on and on with some other adverse health effects that sugar causes. So I think to myself, if I know that not only I don't want those extra pounds, and I'm really not looking forward to experiencing any negative or adverse health effects, such as I mentioned, the liver disease and diabetes and so on. What can I do different? How can I change the course? So what I wanted to talk to you today about is incorporating some substitutes that would be better for you, and it would also, in the long run, what we are attempting to do is reduce and eliminate as much as possible sugar from our diets. Is it going to be easy? It absolutely is not going to be easy, because if you just do me this favor, when you go to the grocery store, start picking up items, turn the label around, look at that ingredients, and it is amazing. Sugar is in everything. It's marketed to us in ways that we don't even know. And so just again about raising our consciousness around what we're consuming in our bodies. And one way is to start paying attention to those labels. So just wanted to share with you again some substitutes, and then we're going to talk about some strategies that you can start incorporating into your day-to-day life that will help you along your health journey. And so I wanted to share with you something I have in my kitchen, a sugar substitute. Don't use sugar anymore. I've incorporated Swerve. It is a substitute. Certainly there are other erythritols and sugar alcohols that some people can use as well, that won't play havoc on their intestine and that kind of thing. And also I use some stevia, monk fruit as a substitute in my tea. Sometimes I sprinkle a little bit over some blueberries. And again, not endorsing any of those products. All I'm saying is this: we have choices. We don't have to resort to eating sugar and refined sugars. We can do something different that will help us. And let me tell you, on this journey, and as I said, I'm not a subject matter expert and I don't profess to be, but what I have been doing is really finding out who the subject matter experts are and just kind of hitching my wagon to those folks, right? And one of the guys that I want to talk to you about a little bit about today is Dr. Westman. I really, really like Dr. Westman, and I'm going to tell you why. He breaks this information down in a practical and easy, understandable way. But more importantly, what I like about him is he's just saying, start where you are. It is not lost on me, and it certainly sounds, when I listen to Dr. Westman, it's not lost on him either, that folks cannot just go out and afford to buy whole food products, grass-fed meat, organic this, organic that. That is not always possible, and that's okay. I don't want you to think, listen, I can't afford these whole foods and these special products that are being marketed around health and fitness. Then don't worry about that. Do not. Afford what you can afford, right? So if you can afford a Splenda as a substitute, or maybe Equal, or some other substitute that works for you that you can afford, and replace that for sugar, that is okay. Take that first step. We're going to make this so that this is equal and affordable for everyone, right? So there are ways on a budget that people can still obtain their health goals. So don't let that be a deterrent when, people are putting up these marketing ads and telling you that the only way that you can accomplish what you want to accomplish around your health goals is that you have to buy certain products, because there's always an alternative. So we're going to be talking about that. And I just wanted to put that out there because I don't want anybody to feel that they're not included and cannot be a part of going on this journey and accomplishing their goals as well. So also, how are we going to do this? How are we going to incorporate eliminating and reducing sugar out of our diet? So we're going to put together some strategies. Like everything else, we have to have a plan, because if you don't have a plan, you know the old saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? We don't want that. We want to put a plan together. So what I'm going to ask you to do, we're going to go in this together. We're going to do 30 days of laser focus reducing sugar or eliminating it out of our diet. And why do I keep saying reduce or eliminate? Here's why I say that. Because as I said in previous videos about how addictive sugar is, 8 times more addictive than cocaine, folks. So it's not this light switch that you can just say, okay, today I'm not going to have any more sugar consumption. I wish it were that easy, but it's not. It's going to probably, for most and not all, be a step down sort of process that you're going to have to really wean yourself off of sugar, because your body has been accustomed to having sugar as its primary fuel source. So if that's the primary fuel source that your body is accustomed to, it's not going to work out very easily just to all of a sudden not have that fuel source, because then the body is questioning, now what do I do? Where do I get my energy from? Which, when you start this process, you may feel a little sluggish, a little foggy, a little tired, not much energy. I promise you, if you have those sort of effects from reducing or eliminating the sugar, it will pass. Typically 3 days, you turn the corner and you start feeling better. You start having more, cognitive clarity. You start having more energy. You're going to notice also you're going to start shedding some of those pounds as well. And then you're on your road to getting healthy as you are trying to accomplish. So first step, set the foundation. We've talked about this in the previous videos. How are we going to start? We are going to start by simply making a choice that we are going to reduce or eliminate sugar out of our diets. And we're going to do that. We're going to incorporate what we've talked about previously, subjective thinking. Just make a choice and do it. And now the next point and strategy that we're going to use, we've made our minds up, right? And so now we got to create the plan. We got to write it down. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to finish this sentence. I am going to reduce and stop sugar starting on this date. What date? Put a date in there that you are going to commit to. And from 30 days on, stick to your plan. Once you say and complete that sentence that you're going to start on this particular date, underneath that, write the how. How am I going to do it? If you're a soda drinker, maybe you say, hey, I'm going to stop drinking regular soda and I'm going to incorporate a diet soda. Or maybe I'm just going to incorporate water into my diet. There's ways that you can mitigate with each and every product and food that you consume, that you're able to put a substitute in there. If you're a person that likes pastries and sweets, maybe you start incorporating fruit. And so that's a whole nother topic. Yep, fruit is nature's sugar, and we'll talk about some of the effects that sugar has or fruit has on our bodies, because it does have fructose in it, which amounts and break down, and our body recognizes that as sugar as well. But that's a whole nother topic. Would it be preferable for you to have a piece of fruit over a piece of cake? Yes, absolutely it would be. And we'll talk about that later on. But first, get your mind right. We're going to choose to reduce, eliminate the sugar. And then second thing we're going to do, we're going to start making our plan, setting our goals and objectives around how we're going to do it. And then the third thing that will help is we have to stave off those cravings, because folks, guess what? Most of us are going to experience cravings as we try to move away from and reduce and eliminate the sugar. So some things that help with that is increasing your protein intake. And it does, also incorporating some above ground vegetables will also help. Not a foolproof way, but these small strategies will begin to help you accomplish the goal of reducing and eliminating those sugar out of your diet and reducing those cravings. So give that a shot, and we're going to come back next week. We're going to do check-ins to see how folks are doing. We're going to add some other strategies to this as well. So the three that we talked about today, just as a recap, again, we're going to choose and make a decision. We're going to develop a plan that's going to tell us when we're going to start, and then the steps that we're going to take and how we're going to accomplish that reduction. And then the third thing is we're going to incorporate an additional amount of protein in our day-to-day meals that is going to help us stay satiated much longer and reduce those cravings, and really incorporate some above ground vegetables such as broccoli, spinach, cauliflower, those sort of things. The point is, don't allow yourself to get hungry, right? Keep yourself satiated and satisfied by incorporating some good, healthy alternatives to eating sugar. It'll keep you fuller longer. It will help reduce those cravings. So that's all for now. I think I'll stop there. Come back and see me next week. And again, we're going to add a few more strategies and put those in our toolbox as we continue down this journey. Fitness focused friends, thanks for joining me. Have a great week. Peace.